All right, I think I got the last piece of the puzzle. My starting issues on my Sportster. After all the research I did, I said, fucking bought one of these bad boys. Sorry, my light setup sucks in here. Just shop lights only, so everything's a brutal glare. But I got the NOCO Lithium battery, 500 cold cranking amps. Don't you dare say that's not enough. Yeah, so I'm gonna open this bad boy. Right in front of your God-forsaken eyeballs. It's the nicest package to a battery I've ever had, or seen, I should say. Yeah, ooh. Dang. To the side. Dang, this is for fancy people. Wow. Dang, it's got a book. Better read that too. Homework for tonight. It's got a spacer. Put your Android phone on. It's got a tool. I'll add that to the stack. Oh my gosh. Look how tall that thing is. This is the box. Look how tall that is. Just kidding. That's pretty sweet, and it's super light. But yeah, it comes with all these trays. Sick, more stuff to throw away. If you need 25 more trays, hit me up. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna throw it on the charger and let it charge. Oh, speaking of that. Speaking of that, I got a special charger. I got the matching charger, so this thing better not catch on fire. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this on overnight. Probably only take a few hours to even charge it. It's probably ready to rip, but I'm gonna do what they tell me to do. Yeah, this weekend I'll make a battery tray for it and start my bike up and see what happens. Yeah, till then. So I just realized you guys probably want to see this battery a little bit more. There it is. Pretty sweet. It comes with these covers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Should work. All right, I'm gonna plug this bad boy in. All right, now that the battery's all charged up, I got my other battery out of the chopper, and here it is. This is the battery that came out of my hardtail. That thing is a tank. It's tall. And yeah, it's a turd. I got it out of a four-wheeler and it worked great, so definitely not the right one. And this is my battery tray I made. It's probably hard to see. Just covered in fucking oil and chain lube, which sucks. Piece of rubber in there that I cut. I've made this one on the fly. I didn't do that great of a job. It was kind of an experiment, but it served its purpose. Dang it, I gotta clean my hands. I'll be back. All right, so this is the new battery. voila, it's way smaller, which is nice. It doesn't fit in that tray, but I'm gonna make another one with some metal I purchased at Harbor Freight. No, I got it at somewhere else. Tractor Supply. But here's one of the trays for the bottom of this thing. I'm gonna keep this under there for just to keep it safe. I could put some bolts in there too, because before I had to do some finagling. But yeah, I'm gonna draw something up, probably something simple. Maybe reuse this belt I was using for this thing. I just had to belt it in with the belt that I made. Yeah. I'm gonna get to it. It's sunny tomorrow, so I wanna rip. So far, this is the little template. I got the base. And then if all goes well, these will be the two sides, the two longer sides. Then I might cut shorter pieces for the sides just to give it a little gap. But then I got this line here. I'll try to cut something out on each one to put the belt through. That's the basics. And then I'll drill some holes, spray paint it, send away. I'm just cutting it up as I go. I was gonna get kind of intricate with it, but I'm kind of over it. I'm just gonna make it basic. I'm just cutting one piece at a time so it fits properly. Sometimes I cut them up and I don't add the gap of the blade, so they're a little short. So it's just easier to do one at a time. Maybe I'll later on down the road I'll like drill some holes out or something cool. I don't know, maybe I'll do it later. We'll see. Put my mask back on. If I'm trying to cut shit straight, I always use this thing. I try to cool guy it, but it just, with this thin metal, I just blow it every time and fucking, you know, make little crazy cuts in the metal. Anyways, back to it. Alright, so this is what I got so far. This is my idea. I'll clean up all these pieces and I'll tack weld them together. But it's looking kind of funky right now, but nobody will know. Yeah, I think that'll look just fine. It's just magnetized right now. Alright, I'm going to try to lay that first pass or tack it up. I'm just going to tack the whole thing up. Here we go. I got these two sides tacked up. The metal's so thin that it just scorching hot, so I gotta wait another 30 minutes or something. I'm gonna go in and get some food and come back and tack it up the rest of the way, and then take another fucking break, and then I'll finish it up, finish the welds up, and then grind it all down. Almost done. Then they're cooled down again. I started tackling through it. It's not pretty, but once it gets painted and I grind down these shitty welds, it's gonna look super tits underneath my bike. You won't even notice how crappy all these welds are. Mint. Alright, so that's a battery box before I finish it off, but here's the cube. A lot of experimental welding going on, but it'll work. Yeah, you won't see how crappy it is from a mile away. If anything, I can use it for my lunch pail. Alright, it's all grinded up. Can't see how shitty everything is. damn near perfect. Just gotta figure out how to put this belt around it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I like that better. All right, I got the holes marked up. I'm gonna try to make some slits in them so I can move around a little bit. It's looking pretty tits though. Hopefully I'll get to paint it tonight because I want to go ride tomorrow. It's supposed to be perfect tomorrow. I never used to fuck with these punches, but man, are they awesome. This is just a cheapo from Harbor Freight that's for some reason coming apart. Huh. And here it is. I'm just gonna have to get some hardware in the morning, but battery tray works. And I'm just gonna wrap a belt around the old battery. Maybe I'll get some Velcro, but I do like having a belt. It looks kind of cool. So I already put the battery in the bike. I had all kinds of issues putting it in. I had a buddy over. I was trying to get it done because it was sunny today. And I had to do all kinds of stuff. I put the tray in there and all my battery terminals, not the terminals, the wires were too short. So I had to replace one. I could barely get my little fingers in there. So it just took a lot of time. But here it is. All right, there it is. Pretty simple setup. Just that fancy battery in the tray, and I put a belt around it. Yeah, I got it unhooked because now it won't start. Barely started up and then wouldn't start at all. It doesn't even turn the power on, so I probably blew a fuse. So saying that, ongoing starter issues. I think maybe my key switch has malfunctioned. I set it up to where not full cranking amps is going through the key switch, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I have it backwards somehow, and I'm doing full power through the key switch to the starter. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the relay. I'm running it through a relay. Maybe I don't have it right. It's the stock one too, so shit, maybe I got another one laying around. I'll probably just rewire it and see if that works. Put a different key switch in. I got it from Lowbrow, and the screws on the back were terrible. They're very thin. I think that's part of my problem. Yeah, that's it. Ongoing starter issues. I wish I could ride the freaking thing, but it's just going to be sitting here as a lawn ornament. I want to be done working on it too. It's pretty much a pain in the ass to always have to work on this thing. But once it starts, it goes. But it just don't want to start. So now I think I just have, I don't know, something's going on. I got to fix it. But yeah, subscribe, like, and send me comments on your starting issues. At this point, I got $1 million just going into the time and labor and parts into the starting. But till next time.